my name is Rina and welcome to my channel. This week I haven't felt the best, so I haven't been able to do what I wanted for this week, which is to finish this beauty. So I thought maybe this is the perfect time to kind of wrap up this year because it's almost over, and I wanted to kind of take a trip down memory lane with my art from the time that the tiny little seeds of art passion started to grow for me. And I thought it would be kind of funny, and of course many of the pieces that I'm gonna show now you have maybe seen in videos on my channel already, but I wanted to show you kind of like where I started and where I am now. This is part of my art history that is not so long, but at the same time it actually started quite some years ago. The first pieces that I'm gonna show you I painted about, oh my god, 8 years ago I think, when I first moved in with my boyfriend. Then I was 18 years old and I was kind of in a way trying to find myself, trying to find what kind of hobbies I liked and that stuff, but it wasn't the right time for me. My mind was at totally other places, but I painted 2 pieces in acrylics, and here they are. I'm just watching a screen to make myself in frame here. So yeah, these were very experimental. I actually stood in the bathroom of our tiny apartment and painted these, and nothing special in meaning about them. I just wanted to make something that looked colorful and pretty, but at this time, as I said, I wasn't ready to delve into art yet. But I had the spark. I really wanted to, but I felt like I had this kind of mentality that if I'm not good at something the first time I try it, I will never progress and I will never get better. But that is so not true. I learned that. Then the next time that I tried to pick up art again was when my cat died in about 2012 I think, or 11, I'm not really sure. And it was a very sad loss for me. My cat was like my best friend from when I grew up, basically, and I was really sad and I really wanted to paint her, but her name was Sara, by the way, and I never finished it, and it has gotten a lot of hardships over the years because it has moved with me a lot of times and I haven't been taking care of it, so I'm gonna try to focus it. As you maybe can see, it is very dirty and obviously I didn't finish it, but I was trying. Then I'll just look up the time here because I don't remember which year. Scrolling through my Instagram. It was far down. Okay, in 2014 I tried again. And I bought some pro markers because how do you know what you like if you haven't tried? So I did some pieces that time on this really flimsy paper, but I think I've tossed out almost all of them. But this is a self-portrait that I did back then, and my hair was a little different then, but and I clearly hadn't practiced, but that is obvious, and that isn't weird. This was my first attempt with pro markers, and I think actually I used the wrong side of the paper, because this is that kind of bleed proof paper, and I don't know, it looks kind of weird on the paper. I don't know if you can see that. It looks like all splotchy on the paper, but yeah, that isn't the important part. I actually also started with this one in 2014, and I finished it in 2015, because, you know, you need to use a full year on this one. No, I have been struggling a lot with kind of permitting myself to do art. I wasn't very encouraged into art when I was younger, and that's just how life is, you know. Sometimes you grow up to be a whole other person than what you thought you would be, and I don't know, I've always had that tiny spark, that tiny little spark in me that was very creative, but I haven't felt like I have been able to express that part of me. But I don't know, 2 years ago I kind of decided to not care what other people think anymore, and I think that was the best thing I did for myself ever in my life. So let's not rewind, what's the other word? Fast forward a couple of years in oh, the camera is striking, wait a second. Back, and I'm sorry if things have moved around a little. I actually oh my god, I recorded like I think 20 minutes of footage, and I had forgot to press the record button, so yeah. Let's fast forward to 2016. I was a part of a I don't know what it's called, but it was kind of a course for work related stuff. I was a part of trying to find out how much I will be able to work, and that's a story that I won't get into now, but this will be kind of personal at the same time. While I was there, I was encouraged to try to get to know myself better and to learn to express my feelings and to be myself and find out what I like, what my hobbies are. And I said that, well, I've always been wanting to draw and paint, and the woman that was tutoring me of some sorts, she encouraged me to go home and paint. So that's what I did, and I painted this one. And this is a little personal for me. I struggle with anxiety, and I have done that for many years. I don't remember a time when I didn't do it. So she said, paint something to express yourself. So I did. The darkness around here represents my anxiety, and this is me with my blue hair, which I still had in 2016, and it's kind of me trying to grow out of the anxiety, and it's still not finished. I should finish it. I really want to finish it, but yeah, I haven't found the time yet or the motivation. But yeah, so this is very personal for me, and it was what got the ball rolling. So after this one I started on two huge pieces. I'll insert a picture. That was just an easy, simple pixel art rainbow kind of thing. And I was like, when I did that, I was like, I'm not really sure if I like acrylics that much. But I tried again with this little piece. It's supposed to be a forest picture, and I was playing around with shadows and light, and I thought it was fun, but at the same time I was like, I want to try something else. So then I went back to what I initially kind of tried a couple of years earlier. I went back to my pro markers, and yeah. Now we are at this start of the year of 2017, and as I said, this was like when it really started. I was thinking about getting serious with my equipment, so I bought the full set of pro markers, and yeah, I'm a crazy person, I know. I don't know, I like to see myself as a collector, and I collect things that makes me happy, and I love colors, and what is not more colorful than markers. So I bought the full set of pro markers, and the first thing I drew after that was this one. And this was in late February actually, so it kind of took some time. But yeah, this is made with a prompt from the YouTuber Jassa. I think the prompt was something like a girl with green hair and piercings and open mouth and stuff like that. So that was really fun. Then I doodled a lot, and I made a couple of pieces like this, and I have given some of them away so I can't show them, but they were like this. And this was when I started to be like, oh, I want to do more than doodle, you know? So I tried watercolors again, and this was also with a prompt from Jassa Arty Games, the app from Jassa, and it's the app that told me she should be sad, and my boyfriend thinks it looks so sad, but I'm like, it's just a painting, don't worry. But yeah, I was really happy with this when I made this. It was really fun, like trying to do the textures in the hair, and yeah, I really like it. It's weird, but it's cute. Then I found out that there is something called Copics. And I shouldn't have found out about that, because I was like, I want to try Copics. So in May 2017 I bought the 72B set of Copics, and I drew this. And things were kind of slow paced in the beginning in my art career, because I was having like two ginormous cross-stitching projects going at the same time that are Christmas gifts, and I had not much time spare. So this was the first time I used Copics, as I said, and I fell in love with them instantly because of the brush nib. The Pro Markers doesn't have that, it has the bullet nib, and it's really not the same. So I was like, well, fuck Pro Markers, I'm going Copics. So I decided to sell my Pro Markers, and yeah, I recently sold them because apparently no one wants to buy a full set of Pro Markers. I don't know, it was kind of hard to sell them, but yes. Then I went Copaholic, or whatever I should call it. Also another doodle with Copics, just to like try them out, and as you can see it's kind of unsmooth, I don't know what it's called, because I didn't know how to use alcohol markers in general. So, but I was experimenting. And then I was like, but wait, I want to pick up watercolors again. So I'm a little back and forth. Here is a doodle in watercolors, and I think it turned out really cute, and I believe this was when I had bought my set of PBO, the round palette with the watercolors, and they were so much better than the dry cakes that I had before. And I'll just kind of quickly go through what I made and around what time. This is probably June 2017, and here I had just gotten my white gel pen, Signo Univol white gel pen, and that was really fun to make the strawberries look pretty. I went over to this one, and also this was, well, these were when I had bought some better paper, not the flimsy bleed proof paper, and I like this so much better. This is hammermill paper, and yeah, I really love that. Another watercolor piece that I did, really simple. And here I had just gotten my Kuretake starry colors. So it's shimmery in the stars, and the clouds are acrylics because I didn't know about wash yet. And then another watercolor piece where I tried to work more with shadows, and that was fun. And another prompt watercolor piece. I think the prompt was something like a pregnant lady with piercings playing with a child, and I think it's one of my most favorites. Well, I have a lot of most favorites, but I really like how this one turned out. Then I was at the store and I saw water-soluble oil paint, and I was like, whoa, does that exist? I had to try it because I had kind of been wanting to try oil paints for a long time, but I was very wary about it because I've heard that they are such a mess because you have to use turpentine or harsh solvents to clean them up, and that they are poisonous. I don't know, the pigments are poisonous, but yeah, there's a lot of like scary stories about oil paint. But I bought some water soluble and I went home and I made this in like 2 minutes, and I fell instantly in love. So that was when I started a couple of other pieces in water soluble oils, but in the meantime I made this one. This is, I think this is my first video on my channel, if I'm not completely wrong. And actually I made this one around the same time. This is a self-portrait, because I was like, what should my video be? Well, maybe it should be like, meet the artist, but when you don't have any subscribers, I didn't feel like you need to make kind of that video. I'll probably make one later because I know that a couple of you are following me right now, and I really appreciate that. And if you want to see a meet the artist video, just tell me, I would love to make one. And yeah, this is my ponder piece and I'm really happy with it, but I wish I would have made a background. And then now it's gonna be like basically pieces you have seen on my channel already, if you have seen them. So this is my first like finished piece in water soluble oils. It was made in September, finished in September, I might add. And this is still not dry, by the way, it's like really shimmery. Yeah, I loved working on this one, but I was not yet used to the medium, so I feel like I could have done better, but I wanted to finish it to move on to other pieces, and in the meanwhile I made this one in Copics and polychromo pencils. And around this time I was like, I wasn't very happy with this drawing because I knew that I could done better, but I didn't know how to use Copics yet. I have discovered now later. So this turned out like it did, and it's a part of my history. Then comes the Big Mama, my lovely lady. I really love this painting. She looks a little wonky, the proportions aren't like exactly right, and I don't know, it could have been much better, but at the same time I really love it. It's my first like real piece I felt like in oils, and it was really fun and made me just want to paint more. And also here are just 3 quick pieces that you have seen. My first try with gouache and my Native American warrior riding a horse in the desert, and this one I'm really happy with. This one was where I understood how to use Copics, and I'm really happy about it. And also my piece with the Dungeons and Dragons character done in watercolors and polychromo pencils. And as you maybe have seen the whole video, I have a couple of paintings behind me here. They are work in progresses right now. And oh, I actually forgot a piece. This one! As you can see, this one and that one. Whoop! Oh, this was hard. That one! No! That one are very similar, and that is because I love the deer girls. So yeah, this is me kind of trying to work up my style and what I like to paint, and I like to paint women with animalistic things. I don't know. Yeah, so that is kind of my art journey. This year is almost finished, and I will probably not be able to make more like art videos. There is one coming up December 25th. It's a Monday, and it is a portrait of me and my boyfriend. That is a Christmas gift, and I don't want to show it on my channel yet because I haven't given it away. So I really look forward to show that to you. It's kind of weird to go through my history with my paintings and see how it has went on. When I recorded this video and I forgot to press record, I talked about my kind of goals for my art, and I don't know what my long-time goal is. If it is a hobby or a job, I don't know. Of course, if I was able to get better at this, and if I would be able to market myself and people would actually want to buy my art, I would be interested in selling my art as a job if that is possible in the future. But for now I'm very happy with having it as my hobby. I've never been as happy as I am right now in my life when I have found my passion for art. I really love it. And my goals are, of course, to get better. I will make a video about my goals, my art goals for 2018, when New Year comes around. My art resolutions. And I'm looking forward to like rewatching that video and see if I've actually done those things. And also for next year I am probably gonna make a new version of this, because this was one of the first pieces that I did after after I got serious about art, so I want to kind of see how much I've improved in a year. So that will be in about February, late February. And of course there will be videos about those two, and yeah. I hope this video wasn't like too boring for you. It's not a video where I do art or show you anything that is going on right now, but I thought it would be fun to like put out the history of where I've come from to where I'm at right now, and maybe it will inspire you to keep practicing your drawing or painting, because I know that most of the people watching art videos are interested in doing art themselves, and I'm kind of trying to show that there is absolutely much room for improvement as long as your mind is set on improvement. If you want to improve yourself, go watch a ton of YouTube videos and go watch reference pictures on Pinterest or whatever. If your goal is to get better, it is very possible. I have done it, and I will keep doing it because I love it so much. And yeah, I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope I didn't scare you away from my channel. I know there are some people watching, and I'm really appreciative of it. I really like having you here, and I hope that you want to follow my journey further in my art life. Yeah. I hope to see you next week. Bye!